Cox, thank you so much for joining the Bipartisan Leadership Project and all that you do to help promote bipartisanship with your Disagree Better program. Talk about why you're optimistic. I know you're optimistic, but why are you optimistic about the fact that this country can get back to being more civil?
Yeah, well, thank you, Bob. One reason is because of the great work that you're doing in your organization. I mean that sincerely, and so many like you. So there are two reasons I think that I'm really optimistic. I'm really hopeful about the trajectory of our country. The first is that most Americans actually don't like what's happening in politics today. A lot of polling out there that shows that about 70% of Americans hate the toxicity, the polarization that they're seeing. So that gives me hope. The second one is I'm a student of history. And as a country, we've been through difficult times before, we've been divided, and we found our way back. Now, sometimes that happens through some tragedies, some very difficult times, but other times it happens because good people come forward, because we remember the things that made us great. And I still believe in us. We're celebrating 250 years this coming year of the founding of this country, the first country that was really developed and based on an idea. And that powerful idea found in the Declaration of Independence is as true today as ever before.
Excellent. I know that you experienced some opposition in your reelection because you had the Disagree Better program. You were a promoter of civil communication. What have you learned from that?
Well, I've learned that this moment is a hard one because we are so divided. I've learned that the incentive structures, especially those who want power and are willing to do and say anything to get it, that it's easier to tear down than to build up, and that's true. It's true whether you're building a barn, or it's true if you're trying to solve major policy issues. And so I certainly learned that, but the other thing I learned from that is that there's a misunderstanding about what civility actually means. I was accused of saying, you don't have any principles, you just have to compromise everything, you go along to get along. And that's not what Disagree Better is about. That's not what civility is. Civility properly understood. And sadly, I think we've forgotten what civility is. Civility really is about having a core set of values and beliefs and sticking by those values and beliefs and being willing to fight for those values and beliefs, and treating people with dignity and respect who disagree with you. I think we've forgotten that politics is supposed to be about persuasion. I can only get the things done that I need to get done or want to get done if I convince enough people to vote for me, to vote for members of my party in the legislature, in Congress. And we've stopped trying to persuade others. I've never changed my mind when somebody attacked me. But when somebody treated me with respect and listened to me, I was much more willing to listen to them and then maybe be open to seeing if there's a better way to do something. And I think that's been forgotten by far too many people in our country.
Great. We've trained over 1,000 people with skills and how to be collaborative and so on. 1,000 people in this country or in any one state is just such a drop in the bucket. What do you think needs to happen to bring about a change?
Well, we need what you're doing and just a lot more of it. I think we need to scale these types of programs. I think it's really important. One of the areas where we focus is higher education and even K through 12 education with our young people. There's some interesting data out there around people who learn to debate in high school or college end up being much more depolarized than the rest of us. And I think those are important skills that we learn, not just what we believe, but what other people believe. And then again, learning how to debate. But the last thing I will just say is this on this topic. It's not going to come from the top down. The type of change we need has to be a change within the soul of every person, every human being. Every time we turn on cable news, every time we open up Facebook or X or Blue Sky, we're making a conscious decision about what we're going to like, what we're going to share, what we're going to repost. And I think we just have to be really serious about that, about saying, I'm not going to perpetuate, I'm not going to attack or denigrate. I'm going to attack ideas, not people. And if we can start doing that, our politics will follow.
Great. Well, I know that you're creating an energy project as chair of the Western Governors Association. What is your hope for that program that you've started?
Yeah, well, so like anything I've been able to do as chair of the National Governors Association and now the Western Governors Association, it really is about finding common ground and bipartisan work that will lead to human flourishing, that will improve the human condition. And one of those struggles right now is the price of energy and the need for more of it with the AI arms race, the energy arms race that we're facing with China and Russia right now, and just the needs, the consumer needs of the average citizen. If we don't do something, prices are going to skyrocket. And so I launched what's called Operation Gigawatt in Utah. We're working to double our energy production over the next few years. And we're trying to take that idea of a superabundance to the Western governors. So we're focusing on energy production for sure, looking at nuclear, something that we should have been doing more of, where we've been passed by other countries. Can we bring that back? But it really is an all of the above approach. We're looking at all technologies. We are looking at transmission. We have to increase transmission lines across this country. That's going to be critical. We're looking at storage. We need more storage capacity. Battery prices are coming down. New innovations almost daily when it comes to battery storage, which is going to really change things. And then we have to look at the workforce, right? We need more of our young people to become electricians, to become engineers, to go into this field, the energy field, so that we can meet the not just the needs of today, but the needs of the future. And in a bipartisan manner, red states, blue states working together, we can get this accomplished.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bob.
Pleasure. Appreciate all the good work you're doing.
Thank you. You're the best.
Okay, thanks.